Hey guys, Adam here with GARO, Chapter of the Black Wolf, Episode 4 Vlog. It's a little bit late. I decided I'd film this the night before, try and see if I can do these a little bit more ahead of time, hence why my hair looks as doofy as it is from taking a bath. So, this episode has Koga dealing with a horror that has created a barrier around its feeding ground, and it makes it incapable of him to either A, use his Mado lighter, and B, be able to summon the Gar armor, which is dangerous for against such a powerful horror. We also get backstory that Koga's father was killed, and particularly via being devoured by horrors, and then his name was Saijima Taiga. Yeah, and that's there's actually a lot in this episode, particularly the fact that we get a lot of story with Koga. We get a little bit of insight into his mind, that of he wants to protect people because most likely something that happened with the death of his father. The episode sort of implies that he witnessed his father die when he was a very small child. And we also get to see, when he finally does get to defeat the horror, actually, before we get to that, we actually get to see Koga and Kaoru actually work together to defeat a horror. And the horror of this episode has possessed a surgeon, a really great surgeon, because he operates on people and saves them, but then, like, after they recover, he kills them, because he believes that humans taste better if they have a hope of living, and then you dash it right after, which is really messed up. Really messed up. And basically, like, he has these barrier seals that are around the weather vane of his hospital. And so... sorry. Oh, I've been up since 4 o'clock. Sorry. I'm going to try not to do that the whole time. Maybe I won't do these ahead of time. Alright, anyway. But yeah, and so the barrier makes it so he can't use his lighter to detect where the horror is, or summon his armor, which is really, really a powerful and dangerous foe. Almost more dangerous than Morlocks in some ways. Sorry. But yeah, and humans and Makai Knights cannot touch the barrier to remove, because there's actually like a double barrier, a barrier around the seals and a barrier around the hospital. And so he has to get Kaoru, who has been bathed in the blood of a horror, which makes her like a horror to the barrier, so she can pass through it and remove it. And it's really neat because you get to actually see Kaoru be useful, especially because she kind of causes problems with the narrative. See, like, the reason she's at this hospital is because she got kicked out of her apartment for A, not paying her rent, and B, redecorating the walls, i.e. she painted on them, because, you know, she's an artist. And she stays at her friend's place, but, you know, she's an artist, so she has no money. So she's like, oh, don't worry, I'll cook for us. And, well, have you ever watched anime where, like, there's, like, a female character, particularly the main character's love interest, cannot cook, and in fact, when they cook, it's lethal? And, like, this is actually kind of a recurring trope in Toku. Like, particularly, I think Shinken Yellow or Shinken Pink, I can't remember which one was the one that was really dangerous cook. AKA, I think Samurai Yellow in Power Rangers Samurai. If you've ever actually watched Power Rangers Samurai, which I feel horrible for you, why did you watch that over Shinkenger, which is so much better? That's another day, another story. But basically, she eats one bite of this food, and she has to be rushed to the ER, aka this guy's hospital, which I don't know why she couldn't have been, like, sent to, like, a Japanese metropolitan hospital instead of this podunk little, like, minor hospital. Whatever. But yeah, like, she basically causes the problem, and then she proceeds to live in the girl's apartment while the other one's sick. Yeah, like, that's That's not really cool, Garu. Especially because, wow, like, you are lethally bad. But yeah, and then after she does that, Koga unlocks this ability called Flaming Armament Mode. Which to do this, he takes his Mado lighter and lights the blade, and then the blade ignites the armor. I'm not entirely sure how that happens, but it does, and it's really cool. Basically, it's like a power up for the armor. We actually also see that the lighters have like a limited amount of fuel. Like he actually has to go to the watchdogs to refill the lighter, and um, yeah, and so he has to refill it, and it's pretty neat. Like I said, I think really the most important parts are we get to see some of of Garo's arsenal. We get to see Koga and Kaoru interact in a way that we haven't yet seen, where they actually work together instead of Kaoru being the damsel in distress, like she tends to make a habit of. But I mean, she's an artist. She's kind of not really a combat protagonist. Um, but yeah, it's really good. There's a lot of pathos, particularly with the horror and the fact that it seems to know what happened to Koga's father. Again, seems to, because I don't trust what these demons really say, but we obviously something happened to Koga's father. I actually forgot that they named Koga's father this early on. That his name is Taiga. Get used to that. With Seijimas, they all have like ga at the end of their name. But yeah, it's a really good episode. It establishes more character. It actually shows us a bit more into the mind of Koga, particularly like a lady that's the wife of one of the victims is kind of feeling depressed that her husband's not going to come back, and her son tries to cheer her up and he cries, and it reminds Koga of like how much he's lost and about how he was when his father passed away, and he tries to comfort the boy, but this is really where the Koga's actor kind of fails, because like all he does is he puts his hand on his head and he goes, "Be strong," and then he runs off in this goofy outfit, and it's a day shot too, so it looks really weird that he just pats this little boy on the head, tells him be strong, and then he dashes off. Which, like, I'm like, do you run everywhere? Like, no, like, which I'm gonna spoil this right now. He runs everywhere, and later on in a movie, or no, like at the end of like this series, Koga has a car, and yet he runs everywhere in this show. I don't understand why they thought it was cool to see the Makai Knights run. Like, it's one thing like when in like the previous episode we see Koga jump from the top, clearly jump from the top of a building and land on the ground. Like, they don't show it to you because it's kind of an expensive shot to do, but they show him like at the top of the building, and then they show him leap. And obviously he's leaping down the building, which means Makai Knights can like leap from tall buildings and like not get hurt. But yeah, like that was a really weird scene. But yeah, it's a fun episode. It has a lot of good moments. The next episode, I think, I can't remember because I can't remember what the happened in that. Crap, I can't remember what happened in that episode. I'm gonna actually try to look that up because I know you can see. I'm on my laptop. Just give me a second here to type in chapter of Black Wolf episode list. Honestly, I should probably just have this up and I can do like the Wikipedia summaries on this. But you want to look for GARO episodes, because every other series likes to just call this GARO, despite the fact that it should be called GARO Chapter of the Black Wolf. Oh yeah, I remember now. This next one is it's kind of interesting, but like it really doesn't do much. It's just kind of Koga on a hunt. Like if I remember correctly, I don't even think Kaoru like comes into it at all, which is a shame, but not really that big a deal. Either that or I think she does come in, but I don't think she does much. Especially because like now Kaoru has no place to live, which I think you can all guess what's going to happen. But yeah, yeah. So like I said, it's a decent episode. I'm sorry I kind of rambled here. I just wanted to remember what the next episode was because I did look at the preview. But now that I remember it, it's really forgettable. But yeah. So this was a good episode. You will see this in the morning, which I'm taping at like 11 tonight. Because I want to try and get this out of the way. Review the next episode, and then have the episode recorded so that I can just post it. So I can try to be a little bit ahead. And yeah. So I will see you guys with the next episode. Take care.